Where are you coming from this late?
Just heading home.
You live around here?
Yes, sir.
People like you always out riding around this time of night.
I'm just going home, officer.
Step out of the car.
Why am I being asked to step out?
If you're not hiding anything, step out of the vehicle.
I'm not hiding anything.
We'll see about that.
The body camera turns on the second the patrol car door swings open. Heat still rises from the engine as a young rookie officer steps out. His posture is stiff. His movements are a little too sharp, a little too forced. It's the kind of body language you see in someone still trying to prove they have authority instead of fully understanding what it means. The street is quiet, not empty, just resting. Dim streetlights reflect off pavement that is still slightly wet from an earlier drizzle. Crickets hum somewhere in the distance. 2 houses down, a porch light flickers on and off. Inside the stopped vehicle, a driver waits. His window is already halfway down. His hands rest calmly on the steering wheel, clearly visible. Compliance before the officer even speaks. Shoo. But the rookie walks up like he's approaching a dangerous felony stop. His flashlight is already raised. The beam cuts straight through the windshield before he even reaches the door. No greeting, no introduction, just suspicion. He taps twice on the glass with the flashlight, harder than necessary. A license and registration, he says immediately. The driver, a black man in his early 40s, neatly dressed in a charcoal button-down shirt, nods calmly. Yes, officer. Before the man can reach for anything, the rookie speaks again. Where are you coming from this late? His tone isn't casual. It isn't friendly. It sounds accusing, like being out late is already proof of something. The man keeps both hands on the wheel. Just heading home, he replies evenly. The officer tilts his head slightly, as if the simple answer doesn't satisfy him. Home, huh? Yes, sir. The flashlight beam moves now. It scans the back seat, then the passenger floorboard, then the center console. You live around here? Yes. You where at? 2 blocks over. The officer exhales slowly through his nose, skeptical, studying him. Then comes the sharper question. You got ID on you? On you? Yes, sir. It's in my wallet. The driver moves carefully, slowly, reaching toward his back pocket. Hold on. Don't move yet. The command comes fast. The driver freezes instantly and puts both hands back on the wheel. Yes, sir. The officer circles toward the rear of the vehicle. He checks the license plate and speaks into his shoulder mic, running it through dispatch. There's a pause. Static. Then the confirmation tone. The plate comes back valid. Registered to the driver. Address listed 2 blocks away. Exactly what the man said. But the rookie doesn't relax. If anything, his suspicion grows. He walks back to the window, flashlight still shining in the driver's eyes. Step out of the vehicle. The request is sudden. No explanation. The driver blinks once. The officer's jaw tightens. I said step out. The driver keeps his voice calm. Just want to understand why. The officer leans closer, lowering his voice. If you're not hiding anything, you wouldn't mind stepping out. There it is. The suggestion that innocence must prove itself. The driver exhales slowly, keeping his composure. I'm not hiding anything. I'm just trying to follow instructions. The officer gestures toward the door again. He then step out. The driver unlocks the car slowly, hands visible the entire time. He steps onto the pavement. The night air feels cooler outside the vehicle. A street lamp now lights both men clearly. The officer immediately positions him near the rear side of the car. Standard control positioning, but his tone remains sharp. What are you doing parked here with the engine running? I just pulled over to answer a call. The driver replies, from who? My wife. The officer studies his face. Then he says quietly, clearly enough for the body cam to record. You people always got somewhere to be at 2 Pine-Sol in the morning. The sentence hangs in the humid air. The driver hears it. He doesn't react emotionally. He simply says, I was heading home. The officer folds his arms for a moment. You mind if I take a look inside the vehicle? The driver pauses. Is there a reason for a search, officer? The rookie's expression tightens. There's a reason I stopped you. Oh, what reason? You were sitting suspiciously. Engine running. He was on a phone call. The officer steps closer. Step toward the curb. The driver complies. Escalating the situation isn't worth the risk. But tension is building, and the body camera is capturing every word, every tone, every assumption forming before any evidence. Hint. Evidence. The officer walks to the driver's door and opens it without asking again. His flashlight scans the interior. Seats. Glove box, cup holders, nothing visible, no weapons, no contraband, no reason. Still, he keeps going. You got anything illegal in here? Drugs? Weapons? No. The light moves under the seat, then toward the trunk through the rear fold down. Still nothing. The officer steps back out and shuts the door. You fit a description, he says. The driver looks up. What description? The officer hesitates. Suspicious activity in the area. The driver nods slowly. Was the description a car? No. A person? The officer doesn't explain further. Instead, he says, just cooperate and this will go smooth. But the driver has been cooperating from the beginning, and yet the suspicion hasn't decreased. It has grown. Because now the rookie is acting on instinct instead of evidence. Unchecked instinct becomes bias. He finally collects the driver's ID and steps back to his radio. He runs the name through dispatch. Pause. Static. A faint response comes through the mic. The officer's posture shifts slightly. But he doesn't say what he heard. He just looks back at the driver, studying him longer now, harder. Because whatever dispatch just said is beginning to challenge the story the rookie already created in his mind. And that story is about to fall apart. What the rookie doesn't realize yet is that the man he just ordered out of his vehicle, searched and questioned without cause, is not just another late-night driver. He is a ranking federal field commander returning from an interagency security briefing downtown. And when backup arrives, the tone of this stop is going to change instantly. The body cam audio continues recording. The quiet Atlanta street no longer feels calm. It feels watched, charged. The tension now weighs heavier than the humid night air. The rookie lowers his radio, slowly after dispatch finishes the initial name check. He doesn't explain what he heard. He doesn't clarify anything. He simply stares at the driver again, as if trying to force two different stories to fit together in his head. The one he assumed and the one dispatch just challenged. A turnaround, the officer says suddenly. The driver blinks once. For what reason, officer? Officer safety. The phrase comes out quickly, rehearsed, a default justification. The driver exhales slowly but complies, turning around with his hand still visible. I'm not resisting, he says calmly. I didn't say you were, the rookie replies, but his tone sounds like he's expecting resistance anyway. He pats the driver down, quick but firm, checking the waistband, jacket lining, ankles. Nothing. No weapon, no contraband, no threat. Still, the officer does not relax. You got any prior? The rookie asks. The driver glances back slightly. I know. The officer scoffs. Everybody says that. He steps in front of him again, flashlight still raised even though the street lamp makes it unnecessary. You nervous? No. You look nervous. I'm being detained without explanation. The driver replies calmly. I think anyone would want clarity. The rookie tilts his head. See that right there. What? That attitude? The driver frowns slightly. What attitude? Like you think you're above a stop. I did say that. You didn't have to. In the distance, flashing lights appear. Red and blue reflections bounce off parked cars. 2 additional patrol units arrive because the rookie had earlier called for assistance, labeling the situation as suspicious subject verification. Now there are witnesses to the stop. The rookie gestures slightly toward the arriving officers. To stay right there, till it wasn't moving. The first backup cruiser parks behind the rookie's vehicle. The second pulls slightly ahead, forming a triangle of police presence around the scene. But doors open. 2 officers step out. Their posture is different. Calm, experienced, observing before speaking. What we got? One of them asks. The rookie straightens up again, slipping into performance mode. The suspicious vehicle, he says. A subject parked, engine running, late hour. The backup officer looks at the driver, then at the car, then back at the rookie. That all? A plus evasive answers. The driver speaks calmly. I answered every question. The rookie ignores him. He's being defensive. The backup officer studies the driver again. He doesn't see aggression, doesn't see intoxication, doesn't see a threat, just a compliant man standing under a streetlight. What's the ID return say? The second backup officer asks. The rookie hesitates for half a second. Still verifying, he replies vaguely. But that isn't fully true. Dispatch already gave preliminary information. The rookie just hasn't accepted it yet. He folds his arms slightly and lowers his voice while speaking to backup, though the body cam still records clearly. Something about him don't sit right. The driver hears it, says nothing. Like what? The backup officer asks. The rookie gestures slightly. Adjust his kind usually running when we roll up this late. Silence falls immediately because that statement isn't procedural, it's personal. The backup officer glances at him sideways, measuring the comment, but not agreeing with it. The driver speaks calmly once more. Running. I was parked. The rookie shrugs. It didn't say you ran. He steps closer again. But people like you usually got a reason to be sitting in the dark. The backup officer shifts his weight slightly now. His discomfort is visible because the body camera is recording every word. And the rookie's escalation is no longer based on evidence. It's based on assumption. The second backup officer tries to redirect the situation. Sir, where did you say you were coming from? Downtown, the driver replies. Doing what? Work. What kind of work? The driver pauses briefly. Is security coordination. The rookie lets out a quiet chuckle under his breath. E-security, huh? Yes. Private. Federal. That word hangs in the air for half a second. Federal. But the rookie dismisses it immediately. Everybody's federal when they get pulled over, he mutters. The backup officer looks at him again, sharper this time. Dismissing a federal connection without checking it first is reckless. Do you have credentials on you? The backup officer asks professionally. Yes, the driver replies. In my inside jacket pocket. The rookie steps forward quickly. Don't reach yet. The driver freezes again, hands still visible. The backup officer nods calmly. Slowly retrieve it. The driver does exactly that. 2 fingers, slow, careful movement. He removes a leather credential wallet and hands it over. The backup officer opens it under the cruiser's light. His expression changes slightly, subtle but clear. The rookie notices. What? The backup officer doesn't answer right away. He studies the credential again, looks up at the driver, then back down, because what he's reading is far above standard federal clearance. The rookie grows impatient. What does it say? The backup officer closes the wallet slowly and hands it back respectfully. You might want to run full verification before continuing this stop, he says quietly. The rookie frowns. Why? The backup officer doesn't explain. He simply repeats, run full verification. The rookie keys his radio again. He reads off the credential number. Agency cross-check requested. Requested. Clearance level verification initiated. Silence stretches longer this time. High-level federal records don't come back instantly. Fly move through secure channels. While they wait, the rookie folds his arms again, still unconvinced, still holding on to his first assumption. Son. He leans slightly toward the second officer and says quietly, watch. It'll come back contractor or something. The second officer doesn't respond. Now he's watching the rookie more than the driver. Dispatch finally responds. Static first, then clear audio. The rookie listens. His posture stiffens. His eyes narrow slightly. He turns halfway away from the group, listening more carefully. The tone from dispatch isn't casual. It's formal, structured, respectful. Repeat title. The rookie says into the mic. There's a pause. Then the reply comes through clearly enough that both backup officers catch parts of it. The rookie lowers the radio slowly. He doesn't speak right away. Because the information he just received does not match the story he built at the beginning of this stop. He looks back at the driver again. Different now, reevaluating, recalculating, but pride is still blocking full de-escalation. What agency you say you work for? He asks again. The driver answers calmly. I didn't say. You didn't ask professionally. The backup officer exhales quietly. That answer was earned. The rookie presses again. The driver meets his gaze without emotion. A federal interagency security command. The backup officers glance at each other. That agency does not casually deploy field commanders, especially not at 2 a.m. downtown. The rookie tries to regain control. Rank? The driver pauses briefly, then answers. A field commander. Silence. Heavy. Because that rank outweighs everyone standing on that street combined. But the rookie hasn't fully processed it yet. The reality hasn't visually landed. And pride still clouds his judgment. Then headlights appear again. Another unit arrives, but this one isn't standard patrol. It's marked Federal Liaison Support. It responded to the credential verification ping that dispatch escalated. And when that officer steps out, everything changes. The newly arrived vehicle idles behind the patrol line. Its headlights flood the scene in bright white light. The cruiser looks different. Federal Liaison markings along the side. Low profile, official. The driver's door opens. The energy on the street shifts instantly. A senior liaison officer steps out. Mid-50s, calm, experienced posture. The kind of presence that doesn't need a raised voice to control a situation. He approaches steadily, eyes scanning everything within seconds, driver at the curb. 3 local officers present. 1 rookie standing front and center. Body cam still recording. Evening, the liaison officer says evenly, "Flee." No tension, just authority. Which one initiated the stop? The rookie steps forward quickly, still unaware of what's about to happen. I did. A reason? Suspicious vehicle, late hour, engine running. The liaison officer nods once. Identification verified? Yes, the rookie replies. Credential level? The rookie hesitates for half a second. The liaison tilts his head slightly. Dispatch had already confirmed it before he arrived. Then he turns toward the driver. Recognition hits instantly, professional, immediate. His posture straightens subtly, then formally. Informally. Without hesitation, he raises his hand in a crisp salute. Reiner in a crisp salute wasn't casual, it was rank recognition. One of them returns the salute a moment later, slower but respectful. The rookie freezes. Confusion flashes across his face. He hasn't recalculated yet. A commander hail, the liaison officer continues respectfully. Apologies for the delay. Dispatch escalated verification. A mind to de-escalated verification. The driver, Commander Marcus Hale, nods calmly. Ease, but the power dynamic has already flipped. Permanently, the liaison officer turns toward the rookie now. His tone remains calm but heavier. Do you understand who you detained tonight? The rookie swallows. Federal Field Commander. Interagency Security Command. The liaison confirms. Regional Operational Authority. The rookie's posture stiffens. That rank doesn't just outrank him. It outranks entire municipal chains of command during joint operations. Was there probable cause for removal from the vehicle? The liaison asks. The rookie hesitates. He was parked suspiciously. Oh, suspicious of what? Pause. A criminal activity observed? A no. A reported? A no. I then articulate the cause. Silence. Because there wasn't one. The liaison continues, voice still level but sharper now. Did the driver resist? No. Refuse ID? A no. Make threats? A no. Possess contraband? A no. Each answer weakens the stop further. Procedure is collapsing under documentation. Commander Hale speaks calmly for the first time since the salute. You asked where I was coming from. Ton. Yes, sir. The rookie replies quietly now. I told you I was heading home. Yes, sir. You said people like me usually have somewhere to be at 2 a.m. Silence. Heavy. Because now those words from the body cam are being repeated out loud. The liaison officer glances briefly at the rookie. A body cam is active, he reminds him. I know, the rookie replies softly, but knowing now doesn't erase what was already recorded. The liaison turns slightly toward the backup officers. Vehicle search conducted? The second officer answers, a visual sweep only. No cause found. The liaison nods once, then looks back at the rookie. Jacinto Hale was returning from a federal interagency briefing authorized within this jurisdiction. The rookie blinks. That means the man he detained was operating above local enforcement scope that very night. You understand the operational implications? The liaison asks. Yes, sir, the rookie answers quietly, because interfering with federal command personnel without cause triggers mandatory review. Commander Hale adjusts his cuffs slightly, not restrained, just composed. Thud blood. Fused. Y complied with every instruction, he says calmly. Yes, sir. Y was removed from my vehicle without articulated cause. Silence. Hi was profiled verbally. If rookie says nothing, denial would be disproven by the footage. The liaison officer exhales slowly. This stop is now under supervisory review. Those words land heavier than any citation. Review means body cam audit, conduct evaluation, consequences, bias investigation, command reporting. Commander Hale nods once. There is no anger in his face, only clarity. Understood. The liaison officer steps back slightly and gestures respectfully toward Hale's vehicle. You're cleared to depart, Commander. Hale nods. But before he turns away, he looks at the rookie one more time. His expression is not hostile. It is measured, because the lesson matters more than revenge. Authority isn't proven by escalation, he says calmly. It's proven by judgment. The rookie lowers his eyes slightly. That sentence will stay with him long after the stop is over. Commander Hale gets back into his vehicle. The engine starts. Headlights cut through the night. As he drives away, every officer standing on that street understands something. This stop didn't just go wrong. It's about to become administrative. If you're following this story, understand this. What comes next isn't just paperwork. It's disciplinary review, badge consequences, and a rookie officer learning how quickly authority can collapse when bias replaces procedure. The body cam footage does not stop when Commander Hale's vehicle disappears down the road. In fact, that's when the real consequences begin. Because when a high-ranking federal commander is detained without cause, the file doesn't close. It opens investigations. The liaison officer remains on scene. His posture is still calm but no longer neutral. He turns slowly toward the rookie. Deactivate your forward posture, he says evenly. At the Tomster, Hadi, he says evenly. The words are professional, corrective. The rookie steps back instinctively. The adrenaline is fading now. In its place comes realization. The moment the commander drove away, the shield of field authority left with him. Now the rookie stands alone inside the results of his own decisions. Badge number, the liaison says. The rookie gives it quietly. Unit assignment. He answers again, his voice lower than at any point during the stop. Tone changes quickly when accountability replaces assumption. One of the veteran backup officers exhales quietly beside the cruiser. Not mocking, not taking sides, just recognizing what they all know. This stop crossed procedural lines. The liaison gestures toward the patrol vehicle. Remain on scene. Internal notification is being filed. That sentence lands heavy. Internal notification means the incident is already moving beyond patrol command into administrative channels. Within minutes, the rookie's supervisor arrives. A marked unit pulls up, engine idling low. The sergeant steps out, already briefed through dispatch escalation logs. Walk me through it, the sergeant says. The rookie begins explaining. A suspicious vehicle. Late hour. Engine running. The sergeant listens without interrupting. Then he asks the only question that matters. What was your probable cause for removal? Silence. Because suspicion is not cause. Presence is not cause. Time of night is not cause. An assumption is never cause. The sergeant nods once. He is not angry, just procedural. A body cam will be reviewed, he says. The rookie swallows. Body cameras do not soften tone. They preserve it, word for word. Within 48 hours, the footage enters formal review. Not only internal affairs, but joint federal oversight, because the detained individual was not ordinary civilian law enforcement. He was federal command authority. The findings return quickly, faster than most stops ever reviewed. The evidence is clear. No articulable probable cause. Unwarranted removal from vehicle. Unjustified search posture. Escalatory tone. Profiling language captured on body cam. And one critical line in the final report. Detainment influenced by bias indicators rather than observed criminal conduct. Administrative leave comes first. Standard procedure. Badge surrendered temporarily. Firearm logged. Patrol duty suspended. Days later, the rookie sits alone in a quiet review office. He watches his own body cam footage replay on a screen. Every word he spoke sounds different now. Slower, sharper, less justified than it felt in the moment. When he hears himself say, "A people like you usually got a reason," he looks down. Because hindsight removes the illusion of authority from bias. 2 weeks later, final disciplinary action arrives. Command Review Board decision. Termination from Patrol Division. Certification flagged for conduct review. Mandatory bias and procedural retraining before any future eligibility in law enforcement. Not prison. Not criminal charges, but career damage that will follow him anywhere he applies. Documented bias does not disappear. It travels inside personnel files. Meanwhile, Commander Hale handles the situation differently, quietly, professionally. He files no lawsuit, makes no public complaint. He submits only a formal conduct report through federal liaison channels. For him, the issue was never personal. It was institutional. Weeks later, Hale returns to the same jurisdiction for another interagency briefing. This time, the local patrol presence feels different, more measured, more professional. Word travels quickly in law enforcement networks, especially when a command-level officer was mishandled. On another night, a different patrol officer pauses at the same intersection where the original stop occurred. Routine patrol. Nothing suspicious, just presence, because policing done correctly is quiet. Measured, evidence-based. And somewhere else in the city, the former rookie sits inside a classroom. The uniform is gone. Training attire instead. He is learning again what should have guided him from the first day on duty: articulable suspicion versus assumption, constitutional boundaries of a stop. Tone control under authority, bias recognition protocols. Authority is not always taken away forever when mistakes happen, but it must be rebuilt through accountability. Life moves forward. Commander Hale continues federal operations. Haynes, the department updates its training modules using anonymized footage from the stop. Patrol officers across the precinct receive a briefing built around one central message: presence is not probable cause. The street where it all happened returns to quiet nights, dim lights, passing cars, no tension. No tension, no spotlight. The moment passed, but the lesson remained. Authority without judgment escalates. Authority with discipline protects, and sometimes the most powerful result of a bad stop is the reform it forces afterward.